Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today's topic is about social stock exchange. This article from the Hindu newspaper dated 2nd June appears on page number 15. It mentioned about the recommendation given by a working group constituted for social stock exchange. Before looking into the recommendation, we will see in detail about meaning of social stock exchange, social enterprises and its functions. This concept of social stock exchange is proposed in the Union Budget 2019-2020. It is to be created under the regulatory ambit of Securities Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, as it is a regulator for capital market. What's the objective of social stock exchange? It is for listing social enterprises and voluntary organizations working for realization of social welfare objective so that they can raise capital as equity or debt or unit like mutual funds. This concept may be new to India, but it is very famous in various countries like UK, Singapore, Canada, etc. You may have doubt about what is social enterprises and what is the need for social stock exchange. I'm here to clear your doubts. If you see in this diagram, there are three main participants towards development of an economy. Those are public sector, private sector and social enterprises sector. If public and private sector comes together, then it is called public-private partnership. Private sector contribute to the social development through corporate social responsibility. If the public sector and social enterprises collaborate, then we will call it as community-based organization. These three participants collaborate in different way to realize the objective of the development. From this, now you all understand the importance of social sector enterprises equal to the other two sectors. Examples of social enterprises are non-governmental organizations, that is NGOs, societies, trust, etc. Social enterprises is one which has specific social objective and it works on for it without any profit motive. It works for impact investments. Impact investment is an investment which create a benefit to the society and the environment. It is non-loss and non-dividend paying company. That is, it does not incur any loss and it will not pay any dividend to the investors as like commercial enterprises. Major challenge of these social enterprises is access to capital. What is the need for social stock exchange? India as a developing country requires a massive investments for the development of different sectors. So it cannot be possible only with the public sector expenditure. In recent times, there is an increased role of social enterprises. The government also started providing recognition to various non-profit organizations in policy-making sphere and also implementation as this sector has solid understanding of local communities. Despite being the important sector, these social enterprises face a massive challenge to raise capital. It mostly dependent on the donation and the grants. Therefore, this idea of social sector enterprises facilitate market mechanism to mobilize their own fund and it also opens up investment from different investors. Enhanced capital will enable the non-profit sector to realize their full potential. Let's see about design of social stock exchange. We are all familiar with the word stock exchange or stock market. In India, we have Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. What is stock exchange? It's a platform where buying and selling of shares, bonds and financial instruments is done by the companies. What is the difference between the existing stock exchange and the social stock exchange? Design of social stock exchange is similar to the existing stock exchange, but the participants and the investors will be different here. Here, participant who came up to raise the fund is a social enterprises such as NGOs, societies, trust and for-profit organizations. Then the investors will be from philanthropic organizations, individual donors, companies with CSR contributions. If you see the transaction in normal stock exchange, it is all profit motive. For example, investors invest in shares of various company with the agent of getting higher returns. But in case of social stock exchange, it works for social objective and it cannot provide any returns to the investors. Therefore, we need to come up with special mechanism to raise a capital. These are the mechanisms for the mobilization of funds. First one is zero coupon, zero principal bonds. Zero coupon means it does not carry any interest and zero principal bond means the social enterprises will not repay back the principals. Then you may think how the investors will be attracted without any returns. Yes, this will be suited to investors who are looking to create social impact but do not wish to have any returns. Next one is social venture funds. It is similar to other venture capitals but these ventures funds will be invested in the social enterprises rather than the commercial enterprises. Final one is a mutual fund units. It's also similar to the existing mutual funds where the pool of fund will be created from impact investors and it will be invested in various social enterprises. This is the follow-up events after announcement on social stock exchange and union budget. Government has constituted a working committee on social stock exchange under the chairmanship of Ishant Hussain to suggest possible structures and regulation for creating social stock exchange. Now the working group has submitted their recommendations on social stock exchange. These are the few important recommendations. It has suggested that non-profit organizations can directly list on social stock exchange through the issuance of bonds. Then there should be a minimum reporting standards for the organization that writes fund through SSCs. The working group has also suggested that social stock exchange can be housed within the existing stock exchange like Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. Just have a rough idea about the recommendation of the working group. Now we will see the benefits of social stock exchange. There is an increased government recognitions and support for the social sector enterprises. Then the social stocks exchange will help the sector to meet their working capital. Listing of social enterprises in the stock exchange will increase the exposure of those sector to large investors and philanthropic organizations. With the enhanced capital and easy mobilization of the fund, these sector will provide targeted contribution to the development goals. For example, sustainable development goals, clean energy, digital revolutions, etc. I have covered in detail about social stock exchange. If you have any doubt and need any further clarifications, mention it in the comment box. That's all for the day. See you tomorrow. Thank you.